when we first started making this music, it was just like, we didn't think it was going to be a band. We didn't think we were going to play live. We didn't think any of that was going to happen. We didn't even think we were going to release any music. It was purely like, oh, let's fire files to each other over the internet for fun. So we did a couple of songs and they started sounding really good, and both of us in our separate houses were like, this is actually really good, like we should probably do this.
Hi, we're Mark and Millie from Field System.
Today we've got Mount Onsra performing live and being interviewed by us in our gallery.
What was it like working together back in the 90s?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, go on then.
So I was in lots of bands in Plymouth at the time, but they were kind of extreme metal bands, and I was getting a little bit bored of that. And then Simon came to uni, Plymouth Uni, from Northern Ireland. He was just doing acoustic cafe gigs. So there was this venue that used to be called the Cooperage in Plymouth, and above it they had acoustic cafe on a weeknight. Can't remember which, but a weeknight.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. And I used to just go to that. Simon was playing one day, and I was like, wow, this guy's voice is nuts. Like, and the songs, his own songs were really good. And I went and spoke to him afterwards and said, if you want to put a band behind your songs, I'm well up for playing drums if you want.
Because I think back, so it was 95, I was only in Plymouth for 2 years. Was supposed to be doing a degree and learning things, but as soon as we started playing music, that was it. Then like, music took over our entire lives and being.
The best situation you could be in when you're in a band is when someone says, oh, what kind of music are you playing? You can't tell them. You have no idea.
That's always been the case though. Even in 1995, if somebody said, what kind of music do you play? Oh, I don't know. Come and listen to it, see what you think. And I think that's exactly the same now. The gestation of this band started in the pandemic. Everybody was dealing with implications of the pandemic and lockdown and all of those kinds of things. And making music, I don't know whether this is the same for us, but certainly the whole process of bringing this together, it was like, for me anyway, I was waking up every morning excited about what Russ was going to send me, because it was like, here's a new puzzle for me to go and explore and kind of sing into. And it was like a morning's meditation every morning, kind of looking at this piece of music. If people love it, if people get it, or even if they like it, they don't have to love it. But if people listen to it, then cool. But ultimately now, as long as we're both happy with it, and we go, yeah, that's the thing, then I think that's probably enough.
Yeah, it's making music for an audience of two.
Yeah.
basically.
Two old blokes.
Yeah, yeah.
The music forces me to sing in a different way than I would ordinarily go to, and I think that's the really fascinating bit. For a lot of the Onsra stuff, it kind of forces me to respond to the music in a really different way, which it just feels really good. Because it's like, oh, new neurons are firing off and making different connections.
And you're noticing habits that you have and trying to break them.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your music has a lot of texture, and I want to know if you take any sort of inspiration or influence from other art forms outside of music.
Yes, probably I'd say. I have this thing where everything I do creatively, because I make films too, I feel like they're all the same thing. There's like a sweet spot to put a microphone in front of an amplifier, and there's a sweet spot to have a light to make an image, right? So I just see them all as the same thing. And also to record and capture those sounds or a visual, I see highlights, midtones, and dark points in an image like bass, middle, and treble. If I'm making an image, if I'm shooting an image for a film, it's like I can see when there's not enough treble because there's no highlights in it. If I don't have the highlights in it, it's going to look muffled, if you get what I mean.
Absolutely.
And if I don't have any dark parts in it, it's going to look trebly. So I kind of have that in my. It's a weird way of thinking about it, but it works for me. So yeah, I think it's weird, isn't it? Is it? I tried not to play like I make films, I make music.
Sure.
It's like I make stuff. It's just stuff. and it all has the same rules for me personally.
So most of my creativity, other than making music, is in how to bring people together, how to enable people to feel like they're getting the best out of their lives or whatever. So the texture that I bring into the music is texture of human relationships. Like if you listen to the first album and the second album, there are an awful lot of voices. There's an awful lot of harmony, and I don't particularly consciously think about any of those things. It's very much felt sense.
Right, so this is probably the most important bit of what we're going to be talking about. Costello or Presley?
Presley probably for me.
100% Presley.
Sinatra or Zappa?
Zappa.
Zappa.
Hendrix or Page?
Hendrix. Every time. Hendrix over any of the people you just mentioned.
Black Sabbath or Whitesnake?
Oh my god, that's so hard.
Oh, you've given him a dilemma.
It's going to be Sabbath, but I do have a strong feelings towards Whitesnake, yeah.
Simple. Sabbath. Yeah.
Simply read.
Thanks very much.
No.
Good, no,
Thanks,
that's cool.
thanks for coming here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been wicked.